So, made tons of changes since the last video. And this time, I've added a ton of stuff. Um, Huge difference than last time. Changed the way that the menu works because it was horrible. I can show you now, but I also have two things that I want to showcase because they're gonna be used in this game. It's something that I remade, and some of y'all, if you're interested, are probably gonna ask in the comments how to make it, and I can explain that in a video. If there's enough requests for it. Uh, but anyway, I'm just gonna show you what it looks like. Ignore the lag at all. It's something that happens in the editor only, and then it stops. Yeah, okay. So, uh, this is basically the lobby. This is where players are gonna be if you're playing multiplayer or single player, whatever you're doing. And then there's this little terminal computer over here. Currently the image or the display does not curve with the display itself. But I found out a method to do so, and I haven't done it yet. I don't plan to do it for a little bit because I want to work on what I'm going to showcase here in a second on the entity. This is the UI. So it's got some animations. They're not great click sounds. I'm probably going to change them. But this is the click sounds we're having now. I'm lagging a lot, so I'm just going to do that. Wow, I am really laggy. Okay, and then this obviously quits the game. I'm gonna turn down my engine quality because it is lagging. Okay, so we can obviously go into it, settings. Okay, just checking that. Okay, so get ready to see something pretty freaking cool. I don't know. I'll just say. So I made this effect, or you made it. Um, you're not really meant to be like, whoa, this feels so weird. Oh. I have collision on so I can spin around with it. Whee. Yeah, I don't know why I have it that way. Pretty cool though. Whee. It just picks me up. You can hop off it. Oh, 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 wee, oh, wee. I was like, that looks weird. Like, why am I moving with it? Oh gosh, that was freaking weird. But here's a crucifix model that I found. That's what I'm gonna use for this. Need some improvements. I have to make an inventory. That's why I'm not gonna work on it right now, and that's why I haven't made this yet, because the inventory is gonna be annoying to make. Not gonna make it right now at this very moment of recording. But yeah. So this parking lot, it was so low quality before. I used like a bunch of AI tools to upscale it like 1,000 times, and this was like the highest I could get it. This is really not that bad at all. It could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. And then I added like some upscaled normals. So there is some weird stuff about this parking lot. A few of them you might already notice, like this flickering light. It's just an added detail. But you might have always probably didn't notice this, but yeah. That's gonna be deleted sometime, but I haven't gotten to that yet. This is actually an 8K texture for this entire, like, a map area of this place over here. It's an 8K texture, this whole map area, whatever. And so, this is weird, but weird enough. This is actually a Buffalo Wild Wings map. You can see how I cut it out. I'm not great at modeling. If any of y'all are good at modeling and would like to make like a freaking map or something for like a parking lot or something, because that's really what we need, that would be greatly appreciated, because this parking lot is not that great at all. I mean, it's okay. it's really decent, but it definitely is missing some important stuff. But anyway, you might have noticed this little interaction on the car, and that's how we're gonna start the game. So I don't have an like get in the car animation, you know, like nothing to get in. So right now you just the door doesn't even open either, so it's really stupid. Watch this. Yeah, it is really stupid, and the player stays outside. So and you leave the player behind. Now, normally you wouldn't see the player though, so you know, I did that for testing purposes. But like normal, it's the same animation, and I keep forgetting to add the freaking lights on the car. So the lights aren't there right now. I gotta change the animation. You can see him drifting if you pay attention closely. Um, so I did change a few more than just the character and the band. Uh, I also made it so that the flashlight could look up and down, which I'll show you in a second. So now it's really not that difficult to make, but I didn't do it for a long time, and I know some people would like to see those added details, so looking up and down is pretty important. And like normal, moving around. Also, if you've noticed, there's a footstep sound now. Yep. Okay, so before I start walking, just want y'all to know my footstep sounds in this thing is not that great yet. Okay. Oh, that's right. I removed it. I forgot. Yeah, I did that temporarily. Because I don't know. I don't have anything really for it yet. Oh, for okay, we're good. Okay, I don't think I've shown you guys this yet. I added a new type of like thing you can die from. And as you can see, there are two paths. The obvious one would be the right path, but where does this lead? Nowhere. And yeah, it's vacuum. It's just vacuum. Yep, it's vacuum. I decided to put them in for absolutely no reason, but I did. And no, I have not changed the screen yet. I have not changed it yet. I really gotta work on the UI a lot, but right now this is how it looks. Then obviously you can restart. And I got entity again. So very commonly you'll see the vacuum. Vacuum's supposed to be put on the last T pipe of the water gate, and it won't spawn very often at all. You'll have two water gates to choose from, and you have to pick the one that's right, but you won't know what water gate you're on unless you remember, like actually remember the water gate from before. It's like one of those dupe doors, but in this case, it's a vacuum. So you gotta be careful about which door you open, otherwise you'll get sucked in. And no, you can't just stay far away to avoid being sucked in. You get launched right out of the map. And there's the interaction distance. I mean, makes you have to be like right next to it. So, um, yeah, it's really blue because it's not lit, but it looks less blue when it's lit. See, different blue, weird darker blue. I don't know if this is supposed to be this low quality, but this is actually a material. If you don't know, um, not this whole thing. This is a particle. Um, but let me see. Okay, so but this is actually a chain that make it move around like that. Yeah, you can see right here. This is just a chain, and the text the material happens to perfectly align, so you can't see that little cut off there. But the way that I make it have one point and the other point is with a Niagara system here. It's just a Niagara system. It's a little bit complicated, to do this, and you're probably also wondering why the chain goes into the ground. That's because the Niagara system's position is set to world. That means that the position of the chain responds to the whole world and not just the movement of this. So I did that. I also have these little pins where they connect here, but obviously they won't connect because this is just the editor. I could make it do that though, very well, very much easily, but I'm not gonna do that right now because I am gonna do that right now because I'm freaking not really doing much of anything anyway. Like if I do this, it's really easy because I could just put this in a construction. In the construction script means it'll be built before, like maybe in the editor or whatever. There you go. So now it actually aligns. Okay. So now you can actually visually see it aligned. Okay. Coolio. Yep. Just like that. I can hide the points too, so now it won't stretch across the whole world when it starts. That's just part of the construction script. But that also technically means I won't need this then. Because it's already locked on wherever it's placed. I don't know. I just got into beams and don't know exactly how to use them. And I'm using them for a thing that wasn't intended for. At least as far as I know, because it's intended for like freaking laser beams. But this I'm using it for a chain that moves with animation. It works well. But this is the wrong intention for it. Yeah, technically I don't need to know because the construction script handles the whole thing. But the beam ends are annoying as crap to look at, so I'm going to change it off invisibility. Yep, there we go. So now they actually know where it's at, but it doesn't look stupid now. Basically, I'm gonna make it so that all it needs is the value of the entity, and then it'll just handle all the rest of the animation. Now, obviously, I have to do some work and put some work into it, so it actually does that animation, but it won't do anything until I do all that. Which is why I'm not doing all that right now. Speaking of the issue I had where I was able to be spun on top of it, it's a really easy fix. I could just make this, have no collision. This is literally just a bunch of freaking, no, hold on. I don't even need that. Alright, there you go. This is literally just a bunch of freaking materials with the images on there. See? I don't get spun. Easy. Whoa. Oh. The ball things, the connect points, they still have collision, so that's gonna be a problem eventually, so that's why I'm going to remove the collision from that. This whole thing should just be served as an effect, but I had to make some changes to it that I don't know. So what's up with the position? It doesn't even look like it's on the ground. No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, that's why it looks so weird, because it wasn't even on the ground when the spinning animation, you know? Yeah, so now it looks a little better. Obviously it's gonna have some animations that'll happen like when it's placed down. If you look at videos, you'll see how it works. If anyone knows how to fade these chains to transparency at their ends in the start, please let me know, because I cannot get this to work. I have tried many different things. I'm not even great with these at all. And with my problem solving skill, I managed to make a chain, which is really cool. But that's not cool if it doesn't friggin' do what I want it to do. I don't know how to make it fade at the end, because if you actually look at images of the chain, you can actually see that at the very end of the chain, it fades off, and then including the start over here fades off. I don't know how to do that, but if anyone knows, please let me know. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off. I'll see you guys in another recording. Hope you enjoyed the features that I added. If you would like to know how I made this effect here, please let me know down in the comments. Because I would actually love to tell y'all, because this took me so long to make, and there's no tutorial on it. So, if you'd like to know, I can tell you. Okay, goodbye.